Good morning. My name is Ephraim Chiza, and I'm going to evaluate these three stories and see whether all of them have passed the criteria on the credit and credibility grid sheet. So, starting with a story which has a title called Vicious Assault Shakes Texas Town, which was found on the source of the New York Times on March 8, 2011. So, based on the independence this versus self-interest, I think this story is independent. This is because the person who wrote this story was writing for the well-known newspaper, and the writer of this story shows that has no self-interest in the story. So you can tell that the story here is independent. When you go back to the sources that the writer used, the writer of this story used multiple sources of information in this story. The writer of the story used information from different people, and he wrote by citing some information that was given by many different people in the story. So going to verification, the source of the story verifies that information or the story that has been made is the real evidence in the story, because the claim made were cited on the College for America source. This is because the writer reported the views of people during the interview, and therefore it verifies that the source of the story was good. So on part of authoritative and informed versus uninformed, the source in this article are not authoritative and they are not informed. This is because there is no way you can tell that, or there is no way the story demonstrates expertise or knowledge about the subject. Therefore, you can't tell if this story is authoritative. The sources in this article also is named as the New York Times. In fact, this is a well-known newspaper in the United States and worldwide. Therefore, the source is considered to be credible. Going back to the story with the title called The Walmart Report, which was found on the source code walmartgoodforyou.com, which was posted on February 7th, 2012. The person reporting the story is independent and have some self-interest to this story. This is because a reporter is reporting as if is not direct from Walmart supermarket. The person is trying to do a marketing on the products that can attract more customers. So which means that there's a lot of businesses that has been going on with this source. So on part of multiple sources, there are no multiple sources of information in this story. The information are all recorded from Walmart, which is showing that this story cannot be credible. When you talk of verification, there are real evidence in this story that the claim made by the source are true, because the video shows that when products are not labeled or packed in a good way, customers get confused on which and what to buy from products in the supermarket. So when labeling products and including the ingredients helps customers take decision quickly and know what to buy at a certain period of time. The source in the story is authoritative and informed according to College for America in 2016. This is because the reporter said that they have got a solution from Nation's large grocery sales, which is a well-known organ. Therefore, they demonstrated that they have expertise in knowledge about the subject matter, which is a national large grocery sales an expert in the subject matter, which can qualify that the source in this story was named and it was found on walmartgoodforyou.com. Finally, there's the third story with the title called Grief and Protests for Shooting on a Teenager, which was posted also on the New York Times in August 10th, 2014. I think this person who wrote or reported this story is independent. This is because the writer is writing for the well-known uh, newspaper, and in addition to that, the writer of this article shows that he has no self-interest in the story. This can be seen when a writer included the information he got after interviewing different people from different places, such as policemen, and the mother whose the teenager was killed. There are multiple sources of information that has been used uh, in this story, and the writer of the story used the information from different people. Therefore, this story cited some views from people who either witnessed or heard about the scenario. For instance, he cited the information given by the policeman and the mother of the killed teenager. Therefore, you can see that this source of story is credible and someone can trust it. On part of verification, the source of this information verifies that the information in the story or claim there is video evidence that maybe who made this story had a true story. This is because the writer reported that views of people from the interview. In addition, he cited the information given the policeman as well as the mother of the killed teenager. The sources in this article are authoritative and informed according to College for America in 2016. This is because some point the source demonstrates expertise and knowledge about the subject matter. For instance, the writer of the story gave the example of the same scenario that happened some time back, which shows that the writer knew this subject matter before writing anything in this story. The source also of this story is named as the New York Times, and in fact it is a well-known newspaper in the United States and worldwide. Therefore, it is considered to be credible. In my opinion, I think this story is credible because sources in this article is named, dates, and it's well-known newspaper in the United States. So, to finalize this, starting with a story called with the title Vicious Asset Shakes the Texas Town, this article does not meet all the criteria on this sheet. The second story, which is titled the Walmart Report which was posted in 2012, shows that this story also doesn't meet all the criteria that has been indicated on the sheet. So in my opinion, I think this story is not credible, and it is because it is a profit making business which is trying to make its business known and attract more customers. And last but not least, the last story, which is called Grief and Protest for Shooting on a Teenager, I think this story meets all of the criteria, and in my opinion, I think this story is credible. This is because the source in this article is named and the dates are well known, and it is posted on the newspaper that is well known in the United States and all over the world. Thank you so much.